Yo, fresh, knock it! What the girl them say they want for this carnival? Yo, fresh, what the girl them want? I come with the girl them want. Yo, Tate, what the girl them want? Let me ask them, What you want, girl? What you want, girl? How you want it? What you want, girl? How you want it? What you want, girl?
Hi Soca Massive, this is Tigeress from UK Soca scene and I'm here. I don't know what to call him, DJ Tate?
And I am great, remember that?
Tate-tastic or Tate to be? Tate, welcome.
What's up?
How are you?
I have a little cold, but you know it is.
Just make sure.
Oh, we had to fix her on.
Yeah, fix her.
Fix her.
Well, Tate, it's a pleasure. We finally get to sit down and chat.
Yeah, it was what? How long? What? A year now? I was supposed to have it.
Yeah. A long time has passed, a lot has happened. So I know the massive out there know who you are. But as you always know, the soca scene is growing, new people are watching. I just want you, just a little short burst, who Mr. Tate is, DJ Tate.
I'm Tate. I was born in Tortola, grew up in St. Vincent, Florida. Daytona and Miami and then Atlanta, and then moved to the UK in 2003, and yeah, just play soca music all now and people seem to enjoy the way I play it. So
I like the way you just say play soca music as if it's just nothing, as if you're not doing. You're a mover and a shaker in the industry, so you make it sound like,
well, I don't say it's nothing, but I'm just, it's what I do, you know.
Okay. So we're going to talk more about you before we start talking about DJing, what you've been up to 2012. So you studied in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you did, is it aeronautics?
Aeronautical engineering. Yeah.
And have you ventured into that arena?
No, I didn't. I actually did it and didn't like it.
Why?
I don't know why I did it. Like, when I was at that age, I was what? I was 16, 15. I was just like, I'm gonna go to Florida. And then it was like, I'm gonna go to Embry-Riddle. So, young is when you're dumb and young, you know, you just do things. And then it finishes, it's like, I don't like it. You know.
So you don't like planes, you don't like...
No, I love planes. I love planes like I love freaking people out. Especially if me and you go on a plane together, I will freak you out because I'll start telling you what can go wrong and how little a little piece of thing in the right...
I'm glad you told me that. For next time.
You understand what I mean? But as a career, I didn't see myself doing it.
Okay.
I just did not. I mean, I have it to back up, to jump back on whenever I want to, but I just didn't see myself doing it after a while.
Okay. So we'll move into music. You've been in the UK scene for a while.
Yeah. Since,
I'll probably say 2005. Is it?
Yeah, 2004, 2005.
What made you
Sorry.
go down that route? What made you say, you know what, I want to become a DJ and...
Well, that's the thing. I never said I wanted to become because I was born into it.
Okay, so when you say you were born
like,
into
all right, all my uncles are DJs, so it's like when people ask me when did you become a DJ, I have to re-ask that question. Is like, what do you mean? You mean when I first started getting paid bookings, or when did I first start putting needle to turntable, or you understand what I mean? Because then that I would say 3 years old. You understand what I mean? It's but I'll say my UK career, because I used to play in America as well. But my UK career really started, I'll say 2004, 2005. Me and my friends from St. Vincent, we started an internet radio station, and slowly we started to promote it through Island Mix, and then we had a lot of London people like Digger D, Hyper Spice. They would always listen. They're like, who's this guy Tate? He's always playing the newest stuff and he's so wild on the mic and rah, and likes to chat a bunch of, you know, he say, she say. And then gradually they'll start messaging me like, oh, come out here, come out. And I never went out with the intention to say, oh, I'm gonna DJ. You understand what I mean? I went out to enjoy myself. Like up until maybe 2008, I still did not class myself as a DJ. Even though I was playing, I just went, played, did my thing, and then when I finished, I'm taking off my shirt and I'm going to party. You understand what I did not class myself as a DJ. So I'll say I gradually got into it, because my first love with music really was when I started piano at like 6 years old, 6, 7. Started it, hated it at first. Completely hated it. My mom, my dad, they would always say, Tate, go and practice. Go and practice, go practice. And I'm like, okay, good. And then what I would do, at the time there was a song on from St. Vincent, a soca song by a band called Touch. It's called Man Can't Take But. And they had a keyboard riff in there. And they had the keyboard is, Shano is Adrian Bailey, the producer for Kevin Little for Turn Me On. So you got him on there playing the thing, and I'm like, wow, I can do that. So I went on my piano now. I'm like, okay. So then as I started playing, then it had that there was at that time he was listening a lot of dancehall as well. And you have the up close rhythm with that song with Everyone Fall. So I would listen to that, go on my piano. Right? So I'll start listening to songs and playing them over. Like I'll have them. So that's where I would say it started from me. And then when I moved to Florida, then I hated it. Stopped it from 8 to maybe 10, 11. And then restarted it again, got forced again. Oh, we bought your piano, you don't use it. So I went again, and I just absolutely loved it from 2000 till, 1996, 1995 till like 2002. When I moved, and because I couldn't move with my piano, I kind of fell out of love with it. Although I bought a keyboard in Florida, that was like within 2 days. I was like, yeah, I'm driving mad, I gotta buy a keyboard. But then, you know in the Caribbean, you can make as much noise as you want and nobody cares. But as soon as you move to like Florida,
you have to be quiet.
You have to be quiet, and I'm like, I can't. It wasn't working, so I was like, what's the next thing? All right, I see Taurus DJ now, I could do that. And then, bam, 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 bam.
Okay, so you were not nominated for an award. Actually, you won best
club DJ.
Best club
last
DJ
year.
Last year,
2011. Yeah.
So how does it feel, bearing in mind, obviously that wasn't your intention to DJ, but you found yourself in it, and then you won.
Well, to be fair, to be honest, because I'm supposed to be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest, I expected it that year.
Okay. Why?
Just because of how much work I've put in. Let's say 2010, I was on every soca fete in London. I'm probably one of the very few DJs that can say I've played for every single soca promoter in London. Now in 2010, I played for you could have a soca fete in Hackney, and then the next one is in Southall. Tate, we want you. And we want you at these times. And I will be, I don't know how, and I will be there. You understand what I mean? So when I didn't win it in 2010, I was a bit disappointed, because everyone was like, a year that you should have won it, that was probably the year. Because that's the year I think I put the most work and thought into my sets. Like I never planned them before I get there, but I always said, okay. At that time, I was known for busting a new tune or playing something that no one knows what's this tune's from. Like we had this is when we started Frenzy as well. Yeah. So from Frenzy, we had Frenzy tunes like Small Cup Alone, Steady Walk, Clear the Middle, and I would be the one that's right taking them from this little area in 512, and then right, I'm going to play in, oh gosh, what am I playing in, oh gosh? The songs that, you understand what I mean? So I thought the amount of work I put in 2010, I should have won it then. So then when it came in 2011, I did appreciate it, but I didn't think I appreciated it that much.
As you would have if it had been in 2010.
Yeah, if that understanding, because it's hard work, man.
You make it easy though.
Nah. Easy. Yeah, well, when you love something, it looks easy, but it's...
One thing I have to rate you, which I have to say to the viewers out there, is you were taken under the amp by Mike Forbes.
Yeah.
And obviously people like Credible, Hardwire kind of steered you in the right direction.
Yeah.
And it's now nice to see you giving back, just like you were taught giving back, because I've seen you with Danny D.
Yeah, that's my boy, that's my boy, that's my boy.
I find that's quite good.
Well, to be fair, I have to big up Mike all the time, right? Because Mike is the one that I would go up in Luton by Diane, my friend Diane, and I would be playing by Diane, and Mike's like, who's that? So he's good, all right, okay, cool. He'll bring me on board and thing. But to be fair, before that, I have to big up the peoples before that as well. Because when I first came, the first one that actually put me out on a bill was DJ Roughneck. Okay. And so I have to big up Roughneck everywhere, anytime. Yeah, although me and him, there's war and cuss, and anyone that close to me knows that I'm very fiery when I'm ready to be. So, you don't know Roughneck. Before Roughneck, it was Taurus, and he would kill me if I don't big up. In 2007 or 2008, they had a show in Stratford Rex, Insomnia, where they had Bungie, Destra, Crossfire, Alison Hines. It was just huge. Stratford Rex packed from the beginning. So it was Taurus was gonna play. Vinny had mentioned them. Had put on Mafia, had put it on, and Taurus said, "Well, I'm not playing." So I was like, "Who's playing?" My cousin is playing. Tate's playing. Like, what? You sure? It's like, don't worry about it, and I don't have to tell him what to do. And I ripped a hole through that. So I got big up to Taurus, Roughneck, Mike, Shane, all you two.
Shane's the guy. Is he the one that you actually wrote a song for?
Yeah,
so
Snapshot.
I didn't know you could write songs. So
that was a freestyle. I'll tell you, this is probably the first time in public I'm gonna speak about how that song came about. Okay. So we had Steady Walk. Again, this is 2010, 2009-ish. We had Steady Walk, and that was going. And Soca Child sent me a rhythm called the Raw Soul rhythm. I was in either Amsterdam or Rotterdam at the time. Bam, bam, bam. He sent it to me on my BlackBerry. I was like, cool, listen to it. I wrote a song on a napkin. Right?
You're joking.
Yeah, I was on the way to the airport and I had nothing. My battery was dead on my laptop. So it's just like, all right. Write it on a napkin. Lost the napkin. I was like, cool. When I landed, I called Shaker. Like, Shaker, coming up by you tomorrow. 5 o'clock. You're done now. Cool. Lost the napkin. Right? Reached up to the studio now, and Shaker's looking at me like, what? I'm like, bruv, I don't remember what I wrote. He's like, well, vibes and let me see something. So I was like, all right, cool. Put on the headphones. And what that came out.
So
that came out.
Have you done it again, or is
yeah. There's about 3 other DJ Tate songs that certain people have heard it. It was, to be fair, we up in Rising Tide Scrappy Studio. Me and Rastaman was supposed to do one. It was a rum song. That again. I was at work. I called Shaker. I was like, Shaker, you buy your keyboard? And he was, you don't say yes, what you want? All right, give me like a little iron kind of thing, about 155, 115, 120 BPM. He's like, all right, this is something I was working on. I was like, cool, give me a horn, and I go and hum this. And when I hum it, you do it. So I hummed it out. And then he's like, okay, yeah, this sounds good. All right. Cool. And then I did the song. It's like, raw. It's like, okay. So we got that. There's the first one I did, what's called Walking Up. It's a song I actually wrote for Hyper Spice.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a long time ago. And I actually plan to re-release it this year. Soca Child, Forget Me.
Not good. You hear that? Not good.
Now make a Soca Child, man. It's busy, man. But yeah, so there's random times I'll just hear a beat, come out with a song. Like Soca Child, when you interview, you could ask him about Tate. He'll just come, just be like, play a rhythm. And then I remember one time we were up in his house and Miss Desire was there and she was recording something. And he was like, why couldn't you be like Tate? Look at this. Played the rhythm. I went to the mic and freestyled the whole song. She even tweeted about it. Asked me to this day, do I remember what I said? No. Darren, did you record? No.
So you lost.
So it's gone.
Oh, that's not good. So is that something that you're going to pursue more, or is it just something that you just do when...
I just do, because I don't want to be an artist. And that's pressure to be creative on the spot. You understand what I mean?
For other people though.
Yeah. Like the way how that came about with Shane now is he heard it and he was like, he heard it in the first version of it and he was like, yo, we have to do this for Carnival. And I was like, the first version is not what you hear Snapshot, is a much raw version than that. And so I was like, nah, it's a bit too raw, it's a bit, you know what I mean? He's like, no, we just change backshot to snapshot. And I'm like, yeah, but snapshot don't really go with what I'm trying to say. He's like, don't worry. So we didn't do it that year. And then he sent in like January now, he sent me a message. He's like, I'm doing the song. I'm like, what song? He's like, don't worry. In March now, I get a demo. I was like, what the hell? And then I'm like, go on, just go do your thing. And they cheat with a road march.
Oh, next time. So we move on to UK. So I'm not sure if you had a chance to see Mr. Zai's interview,
the
whereby
51-minute marathon. I skipped through it actually because no, I didn't.
That's not good, Tate. You don't meant to say that. You don't meant to say you skipped.
I skipped. No, I didn't have time. Seriously, I just went clip to take out the main bits of it.
Okay, I'll let you off this time, right? So the big question is around the UK soca scene, UK DJs, and generally the scene as a whole. So we're going to start off with UK soca DJs. Do you reckon they support UK artists enough?
Enough? Some artists yes, some artists no. Like I'll go on record right now to saying we as soca artists has let down artists like the Lieutenants. Those two guys, they are just bad. And I put my hand on my heart, I let you guys down because they have a tune called Confusing Wine. Even last Sunday I played it on Choice. And I'm listening to the tune. And normally when I'm on radio I never let the whole tune play. And I let the whole tune play. You can go listen and it fades out. And I forgot. I just got lost. Because it's like, why isn't this song bigger than it is? And then I just like, is it because we're not playing it enough? Because even though then I had my podcast, The Matrix Show, before. And I was playing it every week. Now my podcast gets roughly between 800 and 1,000 listeners a week, right? It probably won't get that now because everyone is like, Tate's gone for months, he's not doing it anymore. But I'll rebuild it back up. But you understand, I was playing it. I had my other DJs from around the world like Spice, Hendrik in Berlin. What tune is that? Confused. That's nice, that's a nice tune. Bike Man, Stan from Large Radio, all my Large Radio family as well. Yo, that tune bad, But then I didn't know what happened. You understand what I mean? So again, I apologize to the Lieutenants. Those two young boys are, to me, they are number 2 in the best soca, UK soca artists right now. They're number 2.
So going back to the same question,
if we don't support, I won't say we don't support the artists enough, because I think now they actually get more support than they ever did before. If you understand what I'm like now. 2 years ago, you didn't see a UK soca artist on a bill. You understand? Look, last Friday, Frenzy headlining Trini Boy Juicy. The next Frenzy in November, Scrappy, this is what, his 4th time performing, and not because we're all friends, because we won't book him if he didn't bring something to the table. You understand what I mean? So it's not to say we're not supporting the UK soca artists, but there's what I call a benchmark. For anything you do, you must have a benchmark, or there's nothing to measure yourself by. There's nothing to know whether you're good or whether you're bad. Now, you take the music coming out the Caribbean, the soca coming out of the Caribbean, right? And you compare it with some of the UK soca. The quality level, where the lyrics, delivery, everything, it's like that. You can't have that. So why should I play your music because me and you are friends, or because me and you it's good? Because it's good. Which would you rather, as an artist?
I won't answer that one, but I was going to say, if there is potential.
If there's potential, yes.
And I'm not saying, I know what you're saying about the artists up there and the artists there, right? But it's not meaning you have to play the UK music all the time.
Yeah.
But there is an element or a length of time that you can play. I mean, you can play the Caribbean soca more, but still
touch. Yeah. But then my thing is, it's the way I could only speak for myself and why I am like that.
Okay.
Is because I would play it if it's up to a certain level. Now, if me personally don't think it's a certain level, and most Scrappy will tell you this, I'll be the first one to, I could probably, my phone's over there, I'll show you that I'll message him and I'll say, Scrappy, it's shit. And I'll bluntly tell him, it's shit. Why is it shit? Lyrics, wicked. He has a tune called Keep Things Steady. And I was like, Scrappy, it's not mastered properly, it's not mixed properly. Yes, it is you. Yes, it is. I'm like, bro, it is not. And we'll be going back and forth, and then he'll release it. Then now I played it for Tony Temple on the weekend, and he heard the difference. He's like, why is he releasing it like that? Lyrically, it's it's just bad. You can hear the potential out of it, but the quality lets itself down. You understand what I mean? Now, you look at a guy like Trini Boy Juicy. A lot of UK artists, DJs, they don't play Trini Boy Juicy. I used to play a lot of Trini Boy Juicy when we were back in Cooks, right? But that did not stop him from gathering a fan base. You understand what I mean? That did not stop him from, when he's performing, you would think this is a seasoned professional. You don't see him complaining, we don't get support here. He just goes, pursues, do his things. He works his social media, garners up his supporters. Now, if you're a soca artist and you don't have any supporters, right? You don't have any supporters, so you have no one saying, play your tune. Even though you can go on Facebook, you can go on UK Soca Scene group page every day, post your song every day, and that's what, how much people in that group now? 2,000, 3,000 people? So that's bam, and they will get to know it. You understand? But if you just post it up for one day and then let it fall, if you yourself gonna let it drop, why should I pick it up?
Good point. Make a good point.
You understand what I mean? Why should you look at Trini Boy? He got his whole squad just flooding his new tune Go Down before the tune even came out. The album art is everywhere. You understand what I mean? So it's, come on, man. If you're saying that no one supports you, give us something to support. And another thing, artists should stop bad-minding the DJs. Straight up, for real. You must not do that. But you don't bad-mind the artist, because you don't bad-mind the DJ behind his back because he hears. And then you're gonna turn around and say, doesn't play my music. Oh, really?
So does that happen to you?
It happened to a lot of people I know.
Okay. So the scene in the UK, do you reckon it's got potential? Because
it does.
You say the lyrics are there, so it's there.
Yes, some artists have the content.
Okay.
Some. I don't even see it as UK soca or this soca. I just see it as soca in general, because again, it has to have a benchmark. So I'm not gonna have a benchmark for UK soca alone, or a benchmark for this soca alone, because this soca needs to blend well with that soca, else why would I play it? You understand? There's a flow, like there's a flow in how I play. So if that song don't fit what I perceive as that benchmark, you can't change what I do. To me, it doesn't do it. You know, like there's a lot of artists that will come to me and like, listen to my demo of this track. It's shit.
So when you tell them that it's shit, how do some take it?
Right. Some take it like it's an insult, which is fair enough, because they don't know me personally. But a lot of people know me, like Scrappy know me, he know when I say shit, I mean it from, if I wanted to mess him up, I'm like, it's the best tune in the world. You understand what I mean? Because when Scrappy knows I say it's shit, Scrappy knows it's coming from in here, like, okay, Tate ain't feeling this. There's something, you understand what I mean? So it's me being honest with you. I go back, like, he has a new artist in there called Natasha from St. Lucia working on now. And I just asked her one, because she has the tune playing, the beat was playing, so I was listening to it. And I didn't even ask her what lyrics she was going to sing with the song. I didn't ask the flow, I didn't ask anything. I just asked one question, would people whine to it? She said she doesn't know. I said, well, that before you even go in the booth, that's the question you need to answer. Because if people are not going to dance to it, if people are not going to gravitate to it, if you're not singing what people want to hear, why are you singing? Who are you singing for?
Someone out there?
But I said, if no one wants to hear it, you understand what I mean? You look at an artist like Marshall. Marshall, well, he has his writers, but the tracks he always plays, he picks, is what people want to hear. Now, if you listen to a lot of his songs, do they have any content, as in deep lyrical meaning? No. But it's what people want to hear. Bend over. You understand? They call me Mr. Fett. Look, Mr. Fett. Everyone can represent to that. I can feel that song. If you're writing something that, you're writing a soca song that said, I remember wading through the sands of Dubai and finding a gold pit that, come on now. Can you relate to that?
I can't relate to that.
Exactly. So if you have to, soca is our music. It's an expression of how we live, an expression of, so if we can't relate to what, the musically, we're not going to gravitate to it, then the DJ is not going to play it.
So do you tend then to give a lot of feedback to artists?
Yes. Oh yes. A lot of them, even big international ones, have stopped talking to me because of that.
And do some take it on board?
One did.
Okay. Name any names?
Nah, I can't name that name there, boy. When so come on out though. Not the UK neither.
We're gonna move on. So, your slot on Choice FM.
It's a guest slot actually.
Guest slot.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Martin messaged me. Can't remember when it was now. But he messaged me about, he was doing guest slots for DJs. So he was messaging me to come up and do a guest slot. And he was like, do a half an hour. I was like, okay, cool. Then he, so I prepped for a half an hour slot. And then like 2 hours before he said, can you do an hour? I was like, well, yeah, no problem. You know. Then when I reached, he's like, go ahead then. Just do the show. So, okay.
So you went ahead?
I went ahead, do the show. Maybe he liked what I did. He liked the feedback that he got from his managers and stuff like that. And then he just announced it on air. Just like, there's a video of it with him interviewing Trinity Boy Juicy. And the camera pans across when he tells me, and you see my face go, what? Because he didn't tell me. He just said it on air. So if my headphones were off, I would have never known. He said it on. So when people heard it, that was the first time I heard it.
Okay. And
so from there, it just gradually rolled on to, it was supposed to be once a month. Sometimes it's every week of the month, or twice, 3 times a month. It just differs, really.
So how does it feel to have the main man proudly bigging you up and giving you praises?
It's humbling.
Openly online.
It's like, every time he does it like online, I can't even respond because it's like, it's just what I do, man. To to me, it's not as special. I shouldn't say special because that's demeaning what I do. But to me, it's natural. You know, when something is natural, you just do it. So you just know that you can do it anytime you want to do it. That's no problem. You understand what I mean? So for someone like him to turn around and be like, this man will go places, I'm telling you. And it's like, it's just humbling. Like even now, I can't even really talk about it because.
So if you like that with him, how are you with 1,000 tweets? Always singing your praises. How do you?
Yeah, I just retweet them. I can't even press reply. I just retweet. Yeah. Or I'll just post some weird stuff like my new phrase now, be careful, he's going in. Like, you know, it's just like, thanks, be careful now, he's going in. And that will be my last tweet. Like, I'm hardly on Twitter. I'm only on Twitter when I go up there.
Okay.
Hardly on Twitter, just because, again, of that. Like, a lot of people think, oh, Tate's cocky, Tate's arrogant. I'm actually quite, you see me in a fit when I'm not playing, I'm by myself in a corner. Probably with my girlfriend or I'm by myself. You understand? When I get in the booth, I turn on to the DJ, because that's what's expected to you. But as soon as you finish, they just shut down. So when people meet me in the streets, oh, hi, how you doing? You okay? Cool. And that's it.
So you don't like signing autographs then?
I've never been as approached to sign an autograph.
Alright, one day. So what does the future hold then for you and Choice FM and Martin J?
That's a good question. We can't answer that right now.
Okay, we're going to come back to it.
Yeah, next
couple of months next year?
Yeah, next year's in 2 months, eh?
Oh yeah. So we're going to come back in 2 months.
Yeah.
But what does the future hold for you? Because
As in DJing?
As in, yeah, DJing.
Well, I'm now really, I just want as much people to enjoy what I do. So the next stage is like, I don't want to say I've conquered Europe, but I've played in all the hot spots in Europe. All the big guys are my friends. I can, you know, I have to represent all the time. I actually didn't plan to wear this shirt. I
bet you done it on purpose.
No, it's the last clean shirt in my wardrobe. You know. And I mean, yeah, we got Berlin coming up next year. I was just as I was walking in, I was talking to Hendrik on the phone about, right, bruv, need to start, you know, people not booking, we need to start doing something. So we've got that. Actually got my own mouse band now, my Vinci Alliance group.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that.
I had a quiet launch. Well, quiet-ish.
It was.
It was quiet compared to what other people were doing at the time. Like, a lot of people didn't know until the day. They're like, what's this Vinci Alliance? And then they see the move with Tate. I was like, is that yours? I'm like, yeah. Like, you kept that quiet. Do you have any more shirts? I was like, no, I could have only done 100. And even then, I was not supposed to do that amount. You know, I over.
Because you played, was it Cokia you played?
Yeah, I was supposed to be 30. But yeah,
how many in the end?
It was 115.
Wow.
And that was because they're like, no more, no more.
So what does the future hold then for Vinci?
Vinci Alliance, well, we're going to be joining Eclipse next Notting Hill. So that's me and my friends, Top Shop Supplies. I brought them on board, alright, because I alone could not have done it. I'll say that now. Big up to Nali and Lisa. I could not have done it alone. There were so many issues that happened this year around just that little t-shirt section that, yeah, I gotta big them up for that. And so we got that, but I haven't really started planning that yet in terms of a launch, costume designs or anything like that. Well, I have an idea in my head. I had an idea since before this Notting Hill of what I want for next year. I got a big surprise coming from Berlin that we just confirmed, but I cannot say now. So, January the 26th. I know I'm booked for the Chocolate Nation's Thank You Party, but I'm not here.
Where you?
I'm in Canada, Dr. J's last Trini Fair. So I'm headlining that. and then I have a lot more other. I've got gigs in Barbados already lined up for crop over, and I'm just starting to work on my international career now.
Okay.
That is because, as I said, like I've done a lot in Europe, but apparently you're not considered international until you start flying over the Atlantic. So I'm gonna fly over the Atlantic.
You're gonna pluck up the air miles.
Well, yeah, but I've done that already. Like last year, last November, I did 3 countries in 3 weeks. You know, a lot of people said you should have boasted about that a lot. But to me, I just did it just because I won't boast really about stuff. You understand what I mean? Some people think, like, if I started boasting about achievements I've done and stuff I've done, then they'll be like, boy, this boy is really cocky. If they think I'm cocky now, you understand what I mean? They're like, bro, you understand what I mean?
To a different level, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I just keep quiet
okay.
about a lot of stuff that I do. But I gotta big up Martin and Vinny because they are helping with a lot of the stuff I want to accomplish for 2013. Because now I'm realizing, because I've been on my own basic independence where I'm alone gonna do it.
And I was actually gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
You're your own pressman? You're your own manager?
Yeah, you understand what I mean?
How do you manage?
I have an iPad. Big up Steve Jobs. Thank you, sir. And an iPhone as well. So they work, they help me in that. But yeah, that again, I don't even see it as what I consider a press manager and stuff like that. It's not what I do. Like I gave someone a tryout in Notting Hill, and the packet that they came back with to approach the company, I was like, you make me sound like some superstar. What's going on? They're like, but read it, that's what you are, that's what you do. I'm like, okay, yeah, fair enough. You know, you understand what I mean? So I remember this conversation I had with Martin. This is one night after choice. He's like, I need to find someone that will market me if I can't do it myself. So I'm having tryouts. Email me, DJ Tate at djtatehair.com. We'll talk a price.
They pay good?
Depends on what you give me.
Any other extra benefits? Medical, free?
I ain't nobody medical part. I ain't nobody medical part. But the flights, yeah, that's your job.
But you pay, obviously.
But then, so you organize. You were my manager / press officer. You organize my price. You organize my flight, my hotel, and you put in for you as well.
And you just pay.
And you just take. I don't want to know what you take. Want to take more than me, but you put whatever you want to put, and we go ahead.
So how can people send in their CVs?
Yeah, I just said DJ Tate at djtatehair.com.
Any specific qualifications you're looking for? Any specific skills, or just anybody that can do the job properly?
Be able to open a door for me that I can't open myself.
You heard that, people. Tate.
Hello.
We're talking Move.
Yes.
What's the story behind Move?
That was one of the things that were burning out.
Before we go on to Move.
I can't.
You can't talk? No, I'm talking this year.
Okay. Oh, this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah, this year.
It. And where, because it's growing.
Yes.
What? Where did it start?
All right. All right, the name actually came from my ex-girlfriend / ex-manager, Marlene from Germany. And I can't remember, we were having a conversation and I was like back and forth, I need a name. And she was like, oh, well, I was just reading one of my magazines and it just has Move. And she's just like, she just throwing names at it. And she didn't like it at first. She just like, Move. And then she said, but I was stuck on Move. And then if you're close to me, you realize how fiery I get. And so an argument started over over the name. But I wanted an organization where whatever I wanted to do, I do it through that. Because if you're going for a company for sponsorship, yeah, it's good to say this is DJ Tate, this is what he does. But I wanted to come on a different level. You understand what I mean? This is my organization, it's my company, Move. I want to put on a fet, it's going to go through Move. I want to put out a CD, right? MLS came out before Move, but all my CDs from now on is going to come out through a branch of Move, which is called Move Music. You understand what I mean? And so you're going to CD, you're going to do that. You want to go to Berlin. We organize the whole, we trying to, and you go to Move with DJ Tate or Move to Berlin, whatever. You understand? You understand what I mean? So every single thing that I want to do, it goes through Move.
So will that be even your DJ book? So basically, Move is going to be the main company.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then bringing other recruits under it as well.
Ah, so the Tate Empire growing slow.
Yeah, I'm still looking. Danny D, you better practice.
So Berlin, I didn't go this year. So I'm a first timer,
next
right?
year.
I saw you did the results. I saw you did a survey.
Yeah.
What were the results like, and what can you tell me as a first timer what to look out for and what to bring? Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the what to bring first.
Right.
Well, the results, it was unanimous, actually. The main concerns that I was looking for is price of flights, accommodations, and just what people thought of the Carnival day itself, not the whole weekend. What you were doing with what did you think about security of the band, music of the band, costumes? You understand? That was it had other questions on there, but those were the key goals that we were, and then I took it back to Ben and Hendrik and Toby and them, and this is what we'll need to work on again next year. But it was, in terms of people thought of the experience, it was unanimous. We're back there next year. Like that, there was no in that. in that. Like it was like probably a rhetorical question. After a while I was like, why did I even put it in? You know what I mean? Preaching to the choir. But so that was, there's people already done booked hotel already, and I'm like, wow.
How does it feel?
It's humbling again, but I gotta big up Hendrik and them, because I'm just the outlet out here. They're the guys that do all the hard work. You know what I mean? So you gotta ask them how it feels, because I remember when the orders were coming in for the t-shirts, and it passed 100. And the year before we only had like 66 people, but it passed 100 within the first week. Wow. Right? I get a message from Ben. Tate, what the fuck are you doing over there? I'm like, why? What's wrong? He's like, I'm getting scared, bruv. Look at all these orders. I'm like, hey, man, we're working, bro. We're working. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think they were very appreciative that they take. Remember, those guys have no connection to the Caribbean at all. They're putting on a Caribbean festival far away from the Caribbean. They have no connection to the Caribbean, and Caribbean people are coming and singing their praises. Like, this is as good as in the Caribbean. You understand what I mean? There's some people even go too far to say it's better than not in El Carnival. Even then they were like, oh, don't say that. You understand? You understand what I mean? So I think it's humbling to be that I'm a part of that. Because I remember when we started, the first year I went, and I got a big up Whiny. She's the first one. She's like messaged me, Tate, let's go to Berlin Carnival. I was like, Germany? Well, I don't know, let's go. How much is it? 5 quid. She's like, did you buy your ticket again? I'm like, I'm holding my booking, my what do you call it? Boarding pass. Yeah. I'm holding my boarding pass. So then I message Diane, Jennifer. These were my close people around me. Diane, Jennifer, Sophie, Michelle, and there was a few others. And we went. Kieran, Charlotte, and when we went the first fete we went was Soca Twins Jumper. We held back in the back for a bit. We were like, what's happening here? This is some... Like, as soon as I came in, I heard Vinci music, and I was like, what's going on? And then I heard the crowd start singing it. So with me and Diane, we held back to the back, like, what's happening here? Where are we, you know? And then, I don't know what happened, but we just got high, and we just had a ball. And then from that, I mean, I met Hendrik on the Glow night now, because I was walking to the Friday night party, right? And this is how I was surprised that it was big already. And then I just heard Tate. So like, what the hell is this? So I'm like, whiny, talk to your people. You know what I mean? I don't do these run up on things, you know. And he's like, the Matrix Show. I was like, oh yeah. Do you listen? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I listen every week. Oh, I want to pick you up. You introduced me to this song and that song, and it's a shame you weren't playing. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. And then I heard someone else just grab him on my shoulder. So I was like, yo, what's going on? Because I'm in the street, I'm hearing a different language. I don't know if someone wants to jack me. And then it's Tony Tempo. He's like, Tate, what are you doing here? I'm like, what are you doing here? I live nearer here than you do. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, Frankie told me to come over from there. And then when I went down, the next night was Glow. And then I back up into Scrappy. I was like, Rasta man, I spoke to you on Thursday night. You didn't tell me you coming. He's like, but you didn't say you coming either. You understand what I mean? And then I met Hendrik on the night. There's actually a picture of how we all met, right? Because Scrappy wanted to say, oh no, that's my DJ. We don't just give him the CD. He knows what to do. So then Hendrik, when I finished doing for Scrappy, Hendrik just let me play. There's a CD case. Go on. So I did, and ripped up the place, and then from that, started exchanging numbers, bam, bam, bam. I was a fan of his show, the Mashup. He had a show called the Mashup Show, and I was a fan of that. And then he was a fan of my show as well. But we never talked. You know how DJs are, we'll listen and but we ain't gonna really get the other one. You know what I mean? So he started bang, bang, bang. So then the next year was coming, I messaged him, I was like, I'ma come. But we'll come with a few more. you know what I mean? Gave it a few more, and then after that, we just talked. I was like, okay, it's official. Tate, you are a UK partner. This is official now. You were always that, but this is it now. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, cool. You coming from Notting Hill? I'll hook you up with gigs. So brought him over, brought Hendrik over, Ben, all of them. They met Mike, played Chocolate, Cokie, all of that, Glow, oh gosh, everything. And it just grew to be a family, like an extended family now. Like I'll always call Hendrik and Ben my brothers from another mother. Definitely Ben, because he's a tall mother, you know. You know, he's definitely another mother. But yeah, that's kind of where it started from.
That's good, that's good. So what would you
so yeah, I was supposed to say for a first timer, what you should pack. Now this year, every year I keep spending a lot of time with a lot of women in my flat in Berlin. And the airport ain't nice because Tate, take this suitcase. I'm like, you're only going for a weekend, okay? So depends on what time you land. You know you need Glow, so you're gonna need white clothes, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to the barbecue, so you're gonna need shorts. It's normally hot. Shorts, t-shirt. You're gonna get your Carnival t-shirt anyway. Mm-hmm. So whether you collect it here or there, it doesn't matter, so you could count that as no. And then you need clothes to when you come back and clothes to sleeping. So what? You don't need a big suitcase.
Yeah, but you never know, you could change your mind.
And wear what?
Something else that might be interesting.
What else would you wear?
I don't know,
white?
whatever you plan.
Glow.
It could be a different white top, but it could be
off-white?
It could be a white, yeah. Have different types of white, you know.
But no, I'm just joking. Wait, I'm just joking. But yeah, what to expect. You have to remember you're going in another country, and it is, even though it's Caribbean culture, it is a different culture. So there are certain stuff you're gonna get to remember to get used to, like smoking in a club. It's not illegal over there. So we had a lot of people there. They didn't get into fights, but there was a lot of not arguments or a little push and shove, because you know you're in soca, you're jumping up, and when they palance, they're gonna palance with their cigarette in their hand.
Could burn in the ear,
yeah. There's a lot of people got burns, and you understand what I mean. So that's another thing. That's one. I always say that's the main thing for me. Because every time I go to Europe, that's the first thing in a club that I just hit, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in Europe. You know, I mean, it's that. The money is nearly the same.
I hear the transport system very good.
Now, me speak officially, right, as one of the Carnival Fever representatives. The transport system in Berlin is not free, whether you heard from anybody or not.
My source was wrong then.
It's not free. There's a video of how to pay for the transport of Berlin. That's just the official word, but yeah. So they don't have gates. Okay. I'll just leave it as that.
Okay, so my source was wrong then. All right.
Whoever your source was, they know what they're talking about.
Well, so where I seen this video?
It's on my YouTube channel. YouTube/Tate UBIK, and you'll see how to take transport in Berlin. To be fair, I did see a couple people actually doing it on the tube, and I was so shocked. I was like, yeah. Tate, why are you doing it? I got the Oyster card.
So, one thing I've noticed about you is you talk a lot about your dad.
Yeah, love my dad.
You big him up, obviously, pictures and everything. How much of an influence has he had?
I am my dad. That's how much of an influence he's had. I am my dad. Like, my brother gave him his iPhone 4. I was gonna give him my iPhone when I was gonna upgrade to the 5. And now he just FaceTimes me anytime he wants to. What are you doing? I'm sleeping. Are you sleeping already? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, but that's my dad, man. I love him to bits.
So is he
He's in Atlanta.
Okay.
He's believe it or not, he's a preacher.
Is he? So you grew up in church?
I drop a bomb there, boy. Boom.
You grew up in church?
Yes, kind of. I went to church when I was younger. I won't say I grew up in church.
Okay.
If that there's a difference between, yeah.
Okay. Tate, I have a few questions for you. These are like.
I thought that was the question.
So we're just gonna do a little trivia, something different.
Cool, yeah.
Right? I'm gonna start off with one. I know you're in a relationship, so this is no respect to the lovely other half. It's just purely entertainment.
No worries.
Right? So you've got 4 women. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. Nicki Minaj, Nicole Scherzinger, Rihanna, and Beyonce.
Nicole Scherzinger, whatever you say.
So which one?
And actually, well, let me go on. The other half is the one that says, don't you think Nicole Scherzinger is hot? She's the one that actually made me focus on...
Okay, so I'll feel alright then. So which one would you bring home as a girlfriend?
Nicole Scherzinger.
Which one would you kiss if you had the chance?
Nicole Scherzinger.
Which one would you take to a soca fest?
Nicole Scherzinger.
Okay.
And nobody whining up on she, no kind of rubbish like that when I bring she friends, you know, none of that. No sharing.
Next one. I know you've been watching X Factor.
Actually, to be fair, no.
Okay.
I only watched the first 2 weeks of it, and I've never been home since to watch it. I've heard though of what's happening, so you can still ask me a question.
We're going to ask you about the first 2 weeks. What do you think? Do you think
the talent pool in the UK has dried up?
Okay.
That's what I think.
And is there any strong contenders this year? I know even though there's not much.
Strong, well,
there's that
again, it's back to that benchmark thing. You understand what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can sing over someone's song, but look at the song they're releasing when they win. Come on. Come on. After all of that, I mean, what's that girl's name? Cher Lloyd?
Yeah.
I still, as much as people are gonna rip me for saying it, when she came over and sang Turn My Swag On, I still go on YouTube and play that, because I was like, bro, this is wicked. And then she comes up with a nursery rhyme. No.
Alright, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, no.
Top 5 movies of the year, this year.
This year?
Yeah.
Start at number 5.
So give me 5, yeah, top 5, your top 5. So I'm sure you've watched
There's a fight there yet? No, I'm a movie.
Yeah, that's what I
There's a fight for the first. Alright. The 5th one was Judge Dredd. That surprised me of actually how good it was gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be that good. 4. What did we go and see? What did we go? There was this Russian movie. Was it Daylight? Daylight? Where aliens came and they zapped electricity. It came out early in the year. It was a Russian film. A Daylight or something like that. But that surprised me, because if anyone, have you seen Skyline? That was a crap movie, and my girlfriend's gonna just yeah. So we thought that it was gonna be another Skyline. She was ready to throw the popcorn in my head. Yeah, that was like, yep. But a big pocket, right? You know? So that surprised me. Top 3: Prometheus, Batman, Avengers.
Okay. I'll agree with that one.
Yeah. Those, I can't put them one to, no. Those are the top movies of the year. Prometheus, Avengers, and
Batman. Top 5 apps you can't live without.
Nextbus, WhatsApp, iMessage. I have a new one called Avery that you make little memes and cartoon things that I'm just killing people on BBM with. And I got one more app. Oh, my iPod app. Okay. My music app.
And
oh, no, was the browser considered an app, or is that essential on a smartphone?
That's essential.
So we won't consider that. Okay.
Was that 4 then that you gave?
Then that's 4. Yeah. Sorry. My Kindle app.
You see my face just dropped.
Yeah, I read books. I read books like crazy.
Do you?
Yeah, like right now I'm reading Extremely Loud and Incredibly Funny, because I didn't want to watch the film.
Okay. No, the reason why my face dropped, I don't like Kindles, because they're killing books.
Well, I have the app. I have the thing is that I love reading, and there's an impatience about me when I want something. Big impatience. So I won't read a book as soon as it come out if I know it's part of a trilogy. I'll wait 3 years, because I want to know when I finish. Bing, bang, next, let's go.
So tell me, so when you get a good book and you want to find out, you press for time, you got work, you got your other stuff to do, how do you
read?
I mean, you want to finish it, you're impatient, you want to know what's going on. So how do you do it?
Well, when I have a good book, I procrastinate in books.
Okay.
So, like, for example, I have the MLS sampler to go and finish, and I just finished the intro last night. Now I started the intro 2 weeks ago because I'm reading Extremely Loud and Incredibly Funny.
Okay.
You know, so I take my time and just marinate in a book.
That's good. I know you are into sound systems, sound patches.
Yep.
Which one's your best?
My best sound?
Yeah.
The best sound in the world is the baddest bass Odyssey.
Bruh.
Bass Odyssey, without a doubt. Bones, fire for mighty crowd.
Best comedian.
Best comedian.
No. I'm gonna choice here.
Choice.
Yeah, Eddie Griffin.
No.
Kevin Hart, Chris Tucker, Chris Rock, or Dave Chappelle.
Out of all those,
yeah,
Kevin Hart. But that's not my favorite comedian.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite comedian is he's from Atlanta, but he lives over here now, and he's called Reginald D. Hunter. He's small time, but that guy makes me roll, like drop on the ground and roll. for my birthday, my girlfriend took me to see him live at the Apollo, and I laughed till I cried, and I've never ever done that in my life. And then we got the DVD of the same show that we went. Like, we were proper pausing and be like, is that us there, look? I think that's us there. You know what I mean? You know, but yeah, Reginald D. Hunter, he's just a bad man. But Kevin Hart is, I went to see him in the O2.
Okay.
He's on a different level to all those other guys. He's just, now he's king.
Yeah, he's running.
he's king. He's king. Got big up his people as well, the Plastic Cup, his warm-up act, the Plastic Cup guys. They're on a different level towards him, mate. They are just, yeah.
And the last question. We're talking cars here.
Cars.
Formula One.
Right.
So which one's your favorite,
no, this is
top Formula One car and driver?
You see, this is, it's easy now. It's a McLaren and it's driven by Jenson Button.
Okay.
I'm not a Hamilton fan.
You're not a Hamilton fan?
No, because he's too inconsistent.
But is it not that down to his
aggression? No, it's not down to his aggression.
Okay.
When he controls that, then he'll go up in my book. Because you can't be, that's hit or miss. You never know with Hamilton what you're gonna get. You know you're gonna get a driver that will take your car to the limit, and you know you're gonna get a driver that will run your car off the road. Which one would you prefer? Would you prefer someone that will be constantly coming second, or someone that every few races come first?
The former, the first.
Jenson Button.
Okay. Tate.
Hello.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. I hope it wasn't long.
Don't worry, they'll do the same as you. We'll skip. Any last words that you have to the masses out there?
Rastaman, come here. Bring in Rastaman. Rastaman, come in the interview, man.
I'm done.
Come here, we say. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to my artist. This is the man, Scrappy. Natasha used today, we want to see you right now. So this is my Rasta man. Me are the DJ and you are the what?
Artist.
Me are the DJ and you are the what?
Artist.
Alright. Last words. Big up everybody for watching the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm very...
One last thing before I forget. Someone told me that Vincey throw the best fets around. Vincey people.
Hey, what's going on? You look a bit hot, you know. You want to cool down?
You forgot them months.
Well, exactly, because you're the fireman, so I go hot. Right, back to the fets. Now, hey, what? Bring your camera and come, because I won't boast about that.
Okay. Not here.
Yeah, that's...
And it wasn't a Vincey person.
And it was... Alrighty then.
One of the best.
Alrighty then.
My question to you is, we want more flyers. We want to see...
More Vincey fets.
Because I want to go to one. What do you think?
We just had one last weekend, actually. That's another part of Vincey Alliance that we're going to start be doing from next year. But we don't just want to throw a fet. You understand what I mean? It's just not. Yeah, you come in here DJ play, or you come in here artist sing. I think of weird stuff. So
sometimes
there'll be more.
Works.
Yeah. There's gonna be more.
Okay, so any last words from the artist?
The artist, Rastaman.
Yo, UK Soca scene, the biggest thing, right? You don't know. Big up DJ Tate.
I tell you, remember when we be in when we be in Berlin.
Berlin? What happens in Berlin stays in Berlin.
You want me to tell you a story? Let me tell you a story about Berlin. But this guy.
Respect.
Now, we were going to perform for Glow, right? 900 people. And he backstage. Hey, he backstage. Tell me, Frank, points of people out there. Suppose they battle me.
Hate this. they can never battle me because I got the best DJ in the world. So. I lie, you wasn't frightened. Berlin people no trouble battle. Berlin people no trouble battle. Berlin people might throw rum on you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to show you. So Berlin people no trouble battle.
Big up the tropical storm banners.
What happens in Berlin stays in Berlin. So boy Scrappy DJ Tate.
Yeah, I love that UK Soca scene and post up too much videos. That's good.
Well, people, it's DJ Tate, Scrappy, signing off. Thank you.
Good night.